Alright everyone, I'm here to talk about a very important issue that has bothered me quite consistently. I feel really irritated when I hear about people mentioning it like it's nothing, like it's not that important, and I really think nobody really pays attention to this social issue. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is Lucky Charms. See, I feel this is an awful crime against humanity. This is probably the worst thing I've ever tasted. I've tasted goat curry that reminded me of stomach acid, but this is significantly worse than goat curry that tastes like stomach acid. While the goat curry made me feel like I wanted to vomit up into my own mouth, into the air, back into my mouth, and then like barf again from the taste of the goat curry touching my mouth. This made me feel worse because this made me feel the nothingness of nihilism. Because when I look at the taste inside this box, you have two separate things, right? So on one hand, you've got the Lucky Charms themselves. This is what you're advertised. It's called Lucky Charms because this is what goes into it. This is supposed to be the flavor, but the flavor is like paper and maybe a little bit of sugar, not enough to like overcome me with dissatisfaction with it, because you know sugar is an addictive thing. It's like cocaine, and theoretically it's supposed to numb your senses. And theoretically, it's supposed to make you like things more, but it's not good enough because the rest of it tastes like despair and paper and then setting that aside, okay, that's what you're advertised. But the bulk of it is not that. The bulk of that tastes better because you have less of nothing, which is hard to fathom because they take like Cheerios, regular Cheerios, not Honey Nut Cheerios, the relatively good kind, but you get regular Cheerios, which are in themselves a blasphemy, and then you fill it with air, and then you puff it out until it lacks substance. And that's supposed to contrast with the balloon animal version of a marshmallow that's supposed to comfort you with the bright colors and the silly lights and crazy insanity. I don't know how to describe this, but okay. So like, sorry. Okay, so when you're advertised this, they give you different colors for each of the marshmallows, and I think this is an advertisement ploy for the children, right? And that's where you get the colored like leprechaun that jumps around and is like, oh hey, tricks are for kids, and they like run around and they're like trying to be like I don't know, some sort of like some sort of distraction. So the kids go in and they're like, oh, I'm gonna try Lucky Charms and I'm gonna get like the flavor blast of the century. But then they actually try it and it tastes like despair. Like I said, this is like nihilism. No, Camus was wrong when he said one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Camus would be more accurate to say one must imagine Lucky Charms good. And this is where I have proof that capitalism is the best thing in the world, because it makes people think that Lucky Charms is good. It's worse than thinking Sisyphus is happy. It's imagining an open act of defiance, spitting in the face of God, telling him our taste buds are not good enough, that our desires for happiness are futile and wrong, and spitting on his face and desiring for the destruction of all mankind because it's a second-rate cereal marketed as a first-rate cereal. I don't understand. When we bought this, there was an off-brand cereal. How do you make off-brand Lucky Charms? There's no flavor in there. You don't have anything that you can lack. Okay, imagine you had something you could lack in there. So if the Lucky Charms themselves are flavorless, and then the better part, which is less of nothing, has less of it, how do you have an off-brand cereal that is less of the lack of nothing? What? This is post-modernity at its worst. What have we come to as a society? What have we let this you think? Why? Why? Put an end to my suffering. Put an end to our crimes. Put an end to it all. This has been brought to you by Dutch Bros Rebel. Sex on the beach. This is the best stuff I've ever had. It's really good. I'm a big fan. Alright, thanks for watching our video. Have a nice one. Like that mother truckin' smash button. Subscribe to all your comments. Click my finger for more videos, and I'll see y'all next week, or probably never.